Donald Trump continues to lead in the GOP despite opposition, and cleanup continues after another night of protests in Ferguson, Missouri. These stories and more right now on News 3 at noon.
Now, live on KBTX, the Brazos Valley's news leader. This is News 3 at noon.
It's another hot day out there, making it another day that wildfires can easily start up since everything is so dry. That's why more counties are implementing burn bans. We'll check in with Max Crawford for an update. Max, 105 degrees yesterday. Are we going to peak on the heat this week?
Yeah, like I said, hopefully 105 is going to be the hottest that we have for this week. Hey, hopefully even for the entire year, but we're going to be pretty close this afternoon. So burn ban, as you said, has been issued once again for our area, and that includes the Brazos County and Austin County. Those are the two most recent counties added to the list. Montgomery and Washington have not been added just yet. Heat advisory has been extended yet again as well. That goes all the way through Tuesday evening. We'll get you your full pinpoint forecast here in just a little bit.
A new poll has Donald Trump still leading the field in the run for the Republican nomination. As Craig Boswell tells us, he was back making his rounds on the morning shows while his competitors are fighting for the same kind of attention.
Donald Trump and Fox News appear to have resolved their differences.
Glad you're back with us and glad we're friends again.
Well, we are friends, Steve. We've always been friends, and it's great to be back with you.
The billionaire made no mention of his clash with the network's host, Megyn Kelly, who lobbed tough questions at Trump during the GOP's first debate.
And a new poll just out from Suffolk University, Trump is leading the Republican field among Iowa voters, with Governor of Wisconsin Scott Walker in second place. A 48-year-old East Texas man on death row for the 2002 slaying of his 2-year-old daughter has lost a federal court appeal, moving him a step closer to execution. Robert Robertson III was convicted of the death of his daughter, Nikki Curtis, at their Palestine home. The court rejected arguments that the rights of Robertson were violated when his trial judge refused to allow neurologists during the guilt-innocence portion of the trial to testify. His attorneys say the physician would have said Robertson didn't deliberately kill the child. Lawyers say the child was likely fatally shaken or dropped. And a man has been arrested after a routine traffic stop led to the seizure of about 77 pounds of marijuana in Fort Bend County. A police canine unit found the drugs in a gas tank. Authorities say the street value of the drugs was placed at $38,500. The suspect faces charges of marijuana possession, use of a criminal instrument, and possession of a controlled substance. The San Antonio woman has died while parasailing off South Padre Island. The Cameron County Sheriff's Office says 47-year-old Dawn Strickland died after falling this weekend. According to the U.S. Coast Guard, a boater tried to give Strickland CPR. Strickland was taken to a local emergency service where she was pronounced dead. The incident is under investigation. A look at the sleep habits of air traffic controllers found many of them struggle with chronic fatigue. A 2012 report shows lengthy schedules and short turnaround times lead to serious safety risks. The report followed controllers' sleep habits and patterns and measured their alertness at work. 2 out of 10 had experienced significant errors in the previous year, with most controllers blaming fatigue. The FAA did not accept the report administered by NASA, but did use some of the findings to implement changes. Cleanup is underway in parts of Ferguson, Missouri from the protests and violence. As Don Champion reports, the town has been on edge as the anniversary of Michael Brown's death passed over the weekend.
It's been another morning of cleanup along Ferguson's West Florissant Avenue after another night of protest.
Definitely not what we want the whole world to see from Ferguson, but like I said, we just have to come together and
It's time for Pump Patrol. We have been monitoring the lowest gas prices in town. Sam's Club is still the lowest at $2.22 a gallon. Murphy USA on Briarcrest is $2.24 a gallon, and Valero on East 29th Street is $2.25 a gallon. To find all the lowest gas prices in the Bryan College Station area, go to our web channel, KBTX.com, click on the Features tab, and look for Pump Patrol. The new school year is upon us, and that means getting up to date with your child's vaccinations. April Williams has some tips that can help you get ready.
Reading, writing, and arithmetic are all important, but when it comes to a student's well-being, public health officials say vaccines are the best way to ward off diseases. So it's always good to update your child's immunization records. That's because
tomorrow is the 22nd annual Feast of Caring benefiting the Brazos Valley Food Bank. The lunch of rice, beans, sausage, salad, and dessert is free, but lunchgoers are encouraged to make a donation in the amount of what it would cost to eat out at a restaurant. Tips and donations will go toward the food bank's general operating expenses. It takes place tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Brazos Center in Bryan. Max says there could be a couple of thunderstorms this afternoon. He'll tell us about it and the continued heat when News 3 at noon continues.